Hey, it's your girl Kenda. This is my show, My Own Podcast, and it is another Wednesday, September the 27th. Guys, it is officially fall. Summer is gone, y'all.
Yeah, thank God.
Thank God.
It's my favorite time of year.
It's your favorite time. When your birthday?
I'm a winter baby, March 18th.
Okay.
Kind of winter, springish, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Big
That's
Pisces.
for March.
Oh,
What about you? When your birthday?
July 30th.
Okay, Leo.
Yes.
Okay, big
That's
Leo.
what's up.
Okay. And what about you, sis?
November the 20th, Scorpio.
Okay, I know that's
Okay.
right. Big gang. Okay.
Leo, y'all cool too.
Okay, this is a good group. This is a good bunch.
What's your sign?
Scorpio, 11,
Okay,
16,
Scorpio.
birthday right around the block. You know what I'm talking about? I have no idea what I'm doing for my birthday, but I'm in the process of planning.
Me too.
Gotta start early.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Because it'd be too
And
much
I
you
got a
want to
couple
do.
things on.
Yes. I'm already knowing. I gotta get a good outfit. I gotta get my hair done. You know, I need you to do my makeup. All right, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in today. I have some amazing guests, and we have a very, very important topic to discuss today. We're going to talk about LGBTQ, right? It's not just letters. It's not just something that you can just say and translate it the way you feel like translating it. There's meaning behind every letter. There's meaning behind the community. And a lot of y'all just don't got it right. Including me. I don't know everything. I'm not know-it-all. I'll tell you that. I do not know everything. But I have very close friends who are within the LGBTQ community. I have all kinds of loved ones who have friends. I have family members, and you do too. People we work with, people we see every day. It's even me. I identify as bi. Yeah, that's new. Y'all didn't know that. And I don't care what you think about it. Okay? Because to me, love is love, right? Love is love. And what that means is you can see the beauty in everyone and you can love them. And it's up to you how you choose to love them. But nobody can dictate that for you. No one can tell you what that looks like. And no one can tell you who you are. So it's a very important topic. I attended the Milwaukee High School of the Arts coming up. And I got to interact with a lot of different creatives. And I made a lot of friends there. And just a huge community of individuals and a lot of individuals who were there, a lot of the students there who were involved in art and who were involved in music and all these amazing things identified as part of the LGBTQ community.
That's interesting.
How dope is that?
Yeah.
Creatives, naturally born creatives. Most people that I know, good with others, courageous, brave, inspiring individuals. I love that I have these amazing people with me today, these amazing women. And I'm going to introduce all of them. This is Demi.
Hello. How you doing?
Thanks for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
This is Kaya. Thank you so much, Kaya, for being here.
Nice to be here.
Yes,
Nervous, but I'm here.
Yeah. Same.
And this is Ashley. I'm going to clap for all y'all. So, we're going to get down to a few things. I want to talk to you guys about how you feel. Because a lot of the times we got stuff on our mind. It's things we experience every day. And it looks different for us, right?
Yeah.
So I would like to talk to y'all a little bit about your journey, your story, and some of the things that are important to you and some of the things you feel deserves clarity, right? Who wants to go first? Who wants to tell a little bit about themselves and kind of get a little bit
I'll go first.
Get a little bit down.
I wanna
Okay.
I want to get out the way.
Let's talk.
I'm nervous.
Let's talk. So Kaya.
All right.
My journey started at 15
Wow.
at Milwaukee High School of the Arts.
Look at that. That's something in common.
Okay.
At Milwaukee High School of the Arts when I was only 15. Listen, it wasn't easy. I came in that school with hair and makeup on.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
it was on Halloween. I'm like, okay, so if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it on Halloween. I want to remember the day that I transitioned. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to school, and I'm like, no, I want everybody to call me, Kaya. Now,
Yes.
so I just went up in there and just. Then after a while, everybody just started accepting it.
That's beautiful.
But yeah, it started at 15, and I ain't always looked this good. I had to, wear a bra some days, wear boy clothes, kind of switch it up so
Sometimes.
I can really like get into it. But by the time I got to my sophomore year and I got a little extra little cheese, you couldn't tell me nothing.
Couldn't tell you not a
Couldn't tell me
thing.
nothing.
I love that. I love that. So you just one day wanted to just be your whole self.
See,
Yeah.
because I knew when I used to go to Lincoln Center of the Arts, I knew there was already like LGBTQ there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so this kind of like my outlet. So I'm
Yes.
like, I ain't got no. So yeah. So in my choir teacher at the time, she she knew the choir teacher, Mr. Roberts. So
Wow.
it
I
was
know
like
Mr. Roberts.
they
He was
put
my
they just
choir teacher.
so they just put us all in. I just started seeing like a lot of gays. I'm like, yeah. If I would did it in middle school, I'm like, no, I need a fresh new start. I'm pretty much gonna, another dimension. So I'm like, yeah, I'd rather just at another school.
Yeah.
So I was like, yep, high school, freshman year.
And that's when you made it all happen.
Mm-hmm.
And when you were in school, you said people finally started to accept. So you started to connect with other people. They got to learn a little bit more about you. Did you feel safer then with the community,
I
the people
did.
there? Okay.
I did. I'm
That's
not gonna lie,
good.
I did.
That's good.
But it was I had some questions was asked. People question,
Yeah.
and people was still like, oh, he for a little minute. So I had to, get into the habit of, just telling them and just telling them and just keep pushing that because transitioning, being transferred, it's a serious thing.
Yeah.
And I knew that they offered bathrooms and all this extra stuff. So I'm like, okay, you really gotta take this seriously, or nobody is going to take you seriously if you've been knowing who you are for so long. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yeah,
I'm proud of you,
yes,
sis.
thank you.
I'm clapping for you. Doing her.
Doing me.
So let's talk about all the amazing things that you got your hands in right now. She does makeup. What else you got going on, babe?
Makeup, hosting, modeling, fashion show stuff. I'm thinking about going back into impersonating. I used to be one of the best Beyonce impersonators here in Milwaukee.
Ooh.
Now, since I do makeup and stuff now, I wear color hair and all that stuff, people say Megan. So I'm thinking just try to get a little extra little money.
Yeah.
Do the Megan impersonating. So I might start doing that too.
I love that.
I'm doing everything.
Definitely. That's the thing. That's being who you are
Yeah.
means being able to express yourself the way you see fit.
Mhm.
And if that's what you want to do, get into it because hey, that's working for you. That's working for you. That's some cheese. I love it. I love it. Tell me a little bit about you. I'm putting you on the spot.
Oh my God. Let me sit up a little bit so the light can see me.
Yes,
Alright.
yes. You
Blending
good?
in with the curtains. Okay, but well, my journey began when I was 13 years old. Um, it was actually very difficult, especially growing up in like a Christian family
Yeah.
and everything. And like my grandfather's a bishop. My grandmother went to church every Sunday, type of thing. So it's like I it took a long time for people to accept me for who I was, like within my family.
Yeah.
But regardless, I just chose to be myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it wasn't easy as far as knowing who I was as a person, trying to go back and forth between um, do I try to live a certain way or change myself to make so and so happy or to be accepted and be somebody that like my family can be proud of, like my
Yeah.
family can be proud of, you know what I'm saying? And after a while it's like I'm 28 years old now. I really don't have the time nor the energy to be trying to fit into this box.
Yeah, you
that
are
people
not a
want me
people
to be.
pleaser.
You
You
know
are a
what I'm
you
saying?
pleaser.
Yeah, man. It's like I'm a lesbian, by the way.
Yeah.
So it's like I've tried, okay? It didn't work out. So y'all just gonna have to accept me as I am.
I love it. I
And
accept you.
that's that.
And I think
I
you're
appreciate
beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful spirits too.
Yeah.
Like y'all light up a room, like for real, for real.
Yeah.
Definitely trying.
You're doing your thing. You're doing
It's-
y'all
it's
caught
the
my
smiles
attention.
and it's all the melanin
Yeah.
in your
Yeah.
head right now.
I love it. But it's also just the ability to say, this is me. You know how many people struggle with identity? People struggle with that.
Well,
That's hard.
It is.
Yeah.
I
I
do
mean-
feel privileged to be able to come out at a certain age and not wait until I done this and married him and
Yeah.
then have to get divorced and then live who I
Yeah.
truly am.
Yeah. Tell me
That's-
about you. Yeah.
I'm like Demi. I already knew young. I did the stages, so I did curious, bisexual, and then gay. I don't like the word lesbian. I think they just try to use fairy dust for that because gay is the circle for me. So
Okay. Okay.
um, I was I didn't tell nobody because I don't know if it's the Leo energy, but I don't care.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for me, it was just like I talked to who I talked to. I brought home who I brought home. Um, I did everything girls did in middle school, like, oh, he's cute. And then as I got older, I understood the difference between attraction and sexual attraction. That's what
Mm.
I understood for me is men are fine, men are beautiful. I see a lot of them every day.
Mhm.
Sexually, it is not that for me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's different.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
So I can point out an attractive man in a circle. That's fine.
Yeah.
I
You're not
don't-
blind.
No, exactly. And I've
Yeah.
had people come up to me and it's like, "Ain't you gay? Why are you saying that?" Because I can see.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those gays that be like ill men. No, I don't wear my gay on my forehead.
Yeah.
So I interact with men. If they ask for the number, then I let them know. But other than
Yeah.
that, it's cool.
You know what? I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. See, y'all, the point of view, the way that people take ownership
Yeah.
of who they are and who they want to be and,
Yeah.
and where they want to go and how they interact with others. You know what I mean? Like you can't let everybody just
Yeah.
dictate that. You can't. And that's that what you just said really
Mhm.
resonates with me.
Yeah.
So for me, it's I can see the beauty in everybody. You know what I mean? Like I can look at a woman and say, wow, she's gorgeous. And I can look at a guy and say, damn, he's
Yeah.
fine. You know what I mean? I can look at both. But ultimately, I'm someone who needs to have a connection with you in order for me to even want to have any type of relationship.
Right.
And that's no matter what it is.
That natural connection
Yeah.
makes
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
better. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
and I grew up with a gay mom.
That's
She
dope.
didn't.
That is dope.
She wasn't like what they say around me, so she didn't do anything physical with
Mhm.
her partners around me. I knew that she was gay. Everyone, because she's the typical stud.
Mhm.
But she's like the soft stud that has that heterosexual mindset. So we bump heads a lot.
See, now I'm about to ask you to define those
Yeah.
words
Yeah.
because I hear that a lot. As far as like studs,
Mhm.
femmes.
Yeah.
I had someone tell me I wasn't femme because I wasn't a lesbian. So I said, well, then what am I? Like, I don't know what I am. It's very confusing to
Yeah.
me sometimes because people make it confusing. They
Yeah,
choose to
it's-
confuse the situation and make it more complicated
Make
than
it
it has
all
to
It's
be.
not. It is
Yeah.
very simple for
Yeah.
me. It's just I don't say femme or stud. I've had a lot of people like, oh, you should be a stud. For me, the way
Hmm.
that I'm shaped, I can't be no stud.
She said it's a no for me. It's a no for me.
No, so I dress how I feel. It's getting
Yeah.
colder, so I'm throwing on the sweats. I'm
Yeah.
not. It's hot. I'm throwing on a crop top. So
Right. I'm
and
gonna
it
dress how I
took me
feel
a
like.
long
Right.
time to wear crop tops, to wear shorts. High school, I wore sweatpants all year round, long
Yeah.
t-shirts, jackets, everything.
Yeah.
And that's just from being told that, oh, you can't wear this or you can't wear that.
Wow.
So
I
Wow.
feel like those labels too are very limiting. You
Mhm.
know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Because I don't like the stud or femme or stem or even the no label is a label.
Yeah,
You know
Yeah.
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Basically.
So it's like I like to be feminine sometimes. Like I'm not a stud. I used to consider myself to be a stud,
Mhm.
but I feel like it's too much that people put on carrying
Yeah.
that title. Like you gotta be so masculine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like you can't have any type of femininity at all.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that's too
Because as soon
restrictive.
as you
for
throw
me.
on
Yeah.
makeup,
I'm so flamboyant, I'm feminine, you know what I'm saying? And people don't even know that I am gay when they approach me. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like you said it before, like you don't wear your gay on your forehead.
yeah.
Yeah.
Me neither. Like I don't feel like I need to just wear a rainbow all the time.
Right,
or, like,
right.
have
Yeah.
a shirt that says I'm
Bumper
a
stickers.
lesbian.
Yeah. Yeah. When men
Yeah.
approach me, I'm not gonna like, oh, I'm gay. No.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all. I
Yeah.
will flirt with you too, but
Yeah, like,
that's where it's gonna stop
we
at.
could be
Yeah.
friends,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But it's like I don't feel the need to just be all just so gay. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I am who I am.
Hmm.
Sometimes I'm just comfortable being like tomboyish, and other times I got on skinny jeans like today.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So
It really just your clothes do not
And that's what I was
define.
about to say. For me, clothes is not a gender label.
Yeah.
I wear men's shirts because I'm 5'10".
You said
and-
because I can fit it.
and
That's
women,
the only reason why.
If you look at clothes like you probably do, a lot of women's shirts are wide and not
Mhm.
long.
Mm.
I wear men's shirts
I never
because they're
paid attention
longer.
to that.
Yes,
Mm.
because they're longer and they, um, so it looks weird sometimes when you have on a shirt and you're 5'9" and the shirt goes this way and not
I
this
never
way.
paid
Yeah,
attention
and
to
not
You
that.
know what?
downward.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
That
so-
does make sense.
And that's just how I
Yeah.
started wearing clothes, and then you being plus size, you have to find the stretch, and have to make it look good because
Yeah.
I'm gay, black, and plus size, so I got a lot.
She said I got a lot.
I got a lot. They already categorized me because I'm bigger, so and that's why a lot of people say I should be a stud.
And I think
And
I think that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
I
crazy
like
that people say that. This is the point of us being here today is because y'all need to stop saying shit that don't make sense. I'm gonna just say it like that. Just stop saying stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I think stop being afraid. Stop being afraid to learn new information and to initiate conversation and
Yeah.
say, look, I'm asking because I just don't know. And I want to know, and I
Yeah.
want to grow, and I want to understand. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
think that's a big problem is people just would rather just be ignorant and just say whatever.
Yeah.
And that's not okay. That's
And
not
I
okay.
just want to preference people that say, "Oh, you gay because a man hurt you." I hate
Mm,
that. I've never been with a man at all,
never.
ever. And
Wow.
that's the reaction I get every time.
And I'm just curious because I'm curious to know.
Yeah, ghost star.
Wow.
Yeah.
So see, y'all teaching me.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that? Wait, say it again. So gold star.
Gold star, yeah, it's a woman, a gay woman that's never been with a man before, like
Sexually.
still a virgin.
Mm.
Yeah.
Technically.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So what if you're a trans woman and never been with a woman before?
Oh, is there a term for that?
No.
I have no idea.
Oh, then you just off the hook.
I just never.
You just never had it. It's just never been. See,
And I didn't have sex in high school. So that probably could tie into that.
Mhm.
But I also knew that I didn't want that either. And you
yeah,
can't make me
yeah.
do it just because, oh, you never tried it. Y'all like to say, oh, well, how do you know? Nigga,
Right.
how do you know?
I
I'm
get
sorry,
right.
Can I say that?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. This is a safe space. Express yourself. Say whatever you want to say.
No, seriously. I find that just a little bit offensive.
Yeah.
And I be like trying to not be so angry and like frustrated about it because some people is just speaking out of ignorance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like just trying to have patience with people who say stuff like that, especially men. It's mostly men. Oh, I bet I could turn her out.
That
Yeah.
really upsets me
That
as
is
well.
like, dude, who do you think you
Yeah,
are?
that really
Because-
irks me.
You think you got
I
some
see that a lot.
phenomenal
Yeah,
opinion?
Because if
Just
a man
go-
Right.
were to say that to another man, now you want to fight.
Yeah,
Right, right.
So why can't you say
exactly.
that to me?
That's
That's
actually
crazy.
very
Yeah.
very rude. And
It
people
is.
people don't even know what a person went through to even know and stand on who they are. Like
Exactly.
I'm not a gold star, unfortunately.
That's why I
I
said,
would
oh,
love
she
to be honest. But dude, I know what y'all be doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not unfamiliar territory to me. It's just that I prefer not to.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah.
Period. I
And-
don't. Mm-mm.
And you don't owe nobody no explanation.
No.
And that's just that.
That's it. I'm about to clap. We clapping for not giving not a motherfucking explanation.
I don't.
Yeah.
We doing this as a public service announcement.
Yeah.
And another thing, I do not want to be a man.
There you go.
Oh, that's crazy.
I do not want to be a man. PSA.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, because I feel like people just be saying stuff at the end of the day,
Yeah.
also to kind of like rile stuff up, like get under people's skin. And that's unfortunate, but I really do feel like some of the stuff that we hear is because people want to really like see you either get out of character, and that way they can say even more things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not everybody's in it for the right reasons or communicating for the right reasons, right? So even with that, it's like I got to use my discernment to learn who are you and why you all in my bubble.
Yeah.
So a thing for me is if the moment that I start dating someone, which I am dating someone now, I am dating a man. He's mine.
All right now.
My man.
He's fine. He's chocolate. What's up, Marcus?
Shout out.
But when you date men or you explain to them, in my situation, I'm telling them I'm bisexual. I am attracted to women and I'm attracted to men. It really just depends on the connection. And that's how I choose. That's how I decide. And for the most part, I've had most of my connections with men. However, I've had connections with women too. They just didn't go in the same direction as where I've gone with men. And a lot of it is because some women don't take it seriously when they find out, specifically, and I know y'all said y'all don't like labels, but this is the only way I know how to explain it. So excuse me. But lesbian women have said, and I've seen it on threads, groups, social media that say, y'all not gay for real.
Especially in the club, you definitely don't be gay for real.
Yeah, like you're not for real. I'm not gonna take you seriously because you're attracted to both. Or I'm not going to, or even men to think, oh, you buy? That's my meal ticket. No, that does not mean that's a meal ticket for you.
Yeah.
Right. That's not what that means.
I'm not gonna front. I was in my younger days.
Yeah.
And that's because a bisexual disrespected me, and I'm like, well, now I don't like bisexual.
Oh no.
I didn't date them for a minute. I was like, no.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Right.
But after that, I was just like, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I mean,
just-
I think it's a learning experience.
Yeah, it depends on the person too.
Yeah.
That you're dealing with. Because some people love to have their cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She got
There's a lot of-
pregnant.
Huh?
She got pregnant.
Oh.
I mean, it happens
Yeah.
because we like both.
Yeah.
So
But if you get to have that type of agreement,
It was like she got pregnant and then blamed me, which made no sense. But this is when I was young, so
Yeah.
I was like, it was stupid. So
it's a situation. It
sometimes
happens.
people can have that type of relationship dynamic where
Right.
it's like a throuple type
Yeah.
thing.
Mhm.
And that's okay as long as everybody agrees
Yeah.
to what's going on.
that's
Right.
a level of maturity that
Right.
a lot of
You know what
people
I'm
do
saying?
not have.
That's definitely a level of maturity a lot of
Yeah.
people ain't got.
So it depends on the person because not all bisexual women or bisexual men want to have two partners of the
Mhm.
same
Right.
opposite genders. That what?
And
I-
if
I
y'all
said
like
no,
bisexual
but-
women, y'all should like bisexual men. I don't
Yeah.
understand why. Well, if he bisexual, he just gay. That don't make sense to me. No, he
Yeah,
likes
it's
what
not
he
fair.
likes. It's
Yeah, I
okay.
don't
used
think
to
that's fair
that way,
either.
though. I used to think that way. Not even gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't think that's
It's
fair
how I
either.
embraced.
Chime in, Kaya. What's up,
I know,
babe?
I'm sorry. I'm still trying to figure out.
Come on,
Listen,
Meg.
y'all want to hear what my dating like? Because I don't know. It's so hard. It's so hard. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
It's been 6 years. I still ain't had. Listen,
Mm.
I never had a relationship last over a year. Never. And I've been trans female for 6 years. It's going to be 7 in October.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what? How do I do it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
You.
I'm still trying to. I done did everything.
Yeah.
I done tried it. Most of everything. So I just.
Yeah. It's you learning, you figuring it out. And you still young.
Yeah.
Everybody at this table still young. You got time to still, make changes or decide, okay, maybe I thought this was what I wanted, but I changed my mind. You can always change your mind. But as far as like the relationship piece, I think relationships are hard for everybody, no matter what you identify under.
Yeah.
So it has absolutely nothing to do with that. It's more so like just finding a person that really understands you, and wants to grow with you.
Yeah.
Right. And build something with you. And if they didn't make it, then they wouldn't for you.
Right.
And you just said you either need more time to focus on all the amazing projects that you got right now, because you got a lot going on. And once you get your feet down and you can breathe for a moment, you're gonna look up and that person gonna be right there like,
I always just wanted at least somebody I can just date and just talk to.
yeah.
Or like, like a little sexual
Something
every now and then.
But I can't even just do that without, because it's not hard for me to meet men.
Yeah.
It's not at all. It's just the fact, like, it's just sex right then and there.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm really feeling it and I get to know them, I'm like, okay, maybe we can do it. But then again, I'm like, that's not really what I want.
Yeah.
So,
Can I ask a question? Do you tell? Okay.
My whole thing. Okay, so I'm with the whole, and not every trans female can agree to this too. I'm with the whole. I would text you. I'm not telling you that in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did though one time, like a couple months ago. I told the dude. He was like, "Oh, you come here for a second." And he was like, and he was all about me. He took me out, and that was it.
Yeah.
But I always tell.
Because there's
You
a
got
lot
to.
that don't tell.
Yeah, they don't, and I have to be
Very dangerous.
the sheep to open up and say, hey, this was going on. And it was crazy. I actually have a lot of heterosexual male friends that be like, damn, I can really fuck with you because you just was honest. I'm really not like that, but I really would fuck with you because you really just told me the truth.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's all it's about. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they even forget that I'm even trans female because I'm just so feminine and I carry myself a certain way and I don't push up on them.
Yeah.
But a lot of trans females, they kind of, you can't do that.
Yeah.
I feel like if you are comfortable with who you are, then it should be okay. And it shouldn't be something that you wait and wait and wait. And then when you're in the bedroom, then you want to say something.
But I ain't gonna lie, I did that. I had my younger days where I did not say anything. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I didn't. That shit is scary.
Yeah.
It's scary. Don't do it. It's stupid. It's either, my whole thing is when I tell a dude and then they look at the message, I'm like, it's either a yes or a no.
Yeah.
It's 1,000 yeses to your no.
Yeah.
It really is. I'm not gonna sit there and cap. It is.
Yeah.
So but I don't get discriminated against like that.
Yeah.
It's like every once in a while.
Yeah. You know what? I think that a lot of people, the times have changed a lot. The times have changed a lot when it comes to people actually really wanting to understand. And I see a lot of praise and a lot of encouragement for trans women every day. And I love that I get to see that because there's another side, a side that I wish didn't exist. And I'm glad that I don't see that. All I see, like even on your page, is love. Like love. People love you.
Because she's
how it should
authentic
be.
and that's how it
Yes.
should be. And then we have the ones on the other side that's like they want to play the game of will he find out? Or then they come with these think pieces of tampons and them being
Yeah.
on their cycles. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah. She like, you know what I'm
ridiculous.
talking about.
I didn't do all of that.
It's really weird to me
I
that.
didn't do all of that.
And
I
then
was
you
just so
go to the
clever.
store and buy tampons. Like,
Just, I'm not doing all of that.
What's
No, I'm not
the
doing that.
point? I
Just to
don't
have sex with a
understand that.
person, deception.
I don't understand it. I
Just
don't.
to know. No.
Yeah.
I won't even be with no dude just for the no. Anyways.
Mhm.
No.
I have a cousin who I grew up with, and we were super close. And loved him. And he used to always compliment me and my sister and be like, y'all so pretty and I love y'all outfits and stuff. And that was like my one of my closest cousins. And he transitioned.
Mhm.
So he is now she.
Yeah.
And one of the things that was interesting for me was growing up knowing someone away and then later getting to know them all over again.
Yeah.
It's kind of saying goodbye to who you knew.
That's the hardest part for a lot of families.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because my auntie, I'm not gonna lie, I love my auntie to death. She just now seeing my breasts for the first time.
Wow.
So she see them here, but she just like officially seen them. Because when I was over there, I was going to the Beyonce night. I
Yeah.
got dressed, and I'm like, "Can you help me fix something I had on?" And she like, "Wow, I'm not used to it. It's hard.
Yeah, I mean,
That's hard."
yeah, but I can imagine how much harder it is for y'all. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I can't, look at it from my eyes for too long because at the end of the day, who really is really having to go through this is my cousin.
Mhm.
And I mean the whole 9 yards, just more and more beautiful, looking like Nicki Minaj right now. Just and loves Nicki Minaj, and it's just I've always been a huge fan of my cousin. Um, but yeah, transitioned, did it away from the family, went out of state. Um, and we don't see my cousin as often.
Yeah.
And I think part of it is because that religious side of our family, a lot of our family is really in the church. Um, and even though everybody loves him, I feel like they have a really hard time with separating their religion from the reality of what people really are experiencing.
Exactly.
Um, and one of my friends said it best, like certain situations you got to look at and be like, is this the Bible or is this just tradition?
Yeah.
Like, I think that was my girl Tiffany. Tiffany, shout out Tiffany.
Mhm.
Tiffany Robinson was on the show last week.
Cause I'm still trying to learn that. Cause I go to church.
Yeah.
I was just shouting last week.
I had to tell my son that. I had to
So
tell my
I
son
still
that.
go to church.
I said, you can still go to church when no matter who you come as you are. I think
Yeah.
that's
You're supposed to.
yeah, and he's
But
15.
you never be able to.
Right.
Because they say that and then you get there and then they start bashing. And
Yeah.
they did that to my mom. I didn't go to church because I don't have the attention span for it. But I resonate with when someone is given a word, or I resonate with music.
Yeah.
I don't have to go sit at the church to understand.
I agree.
I wasn't raised in the church, so I don't know what you guys went through and but I got the stereotypical, because I did grow up with a gay mom and I did grow up with two moms. So
Yeah.
I got that. And then I got kids. It's like, is that a boy or a girl? Because my mom had her hair short. So, but
Wow.
I've never really faced too much when it comes down to my sexuality, but I've seen my mom go through it because she's the typical stud, and then they look at them and that's who they mainly bash. I don't
Yeah.
dress.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
It's so weird to me. Like, I've seen people say, oh no, stud on studs is wrong. Oh, but femme and femme is fine.
That's
Whoa.
that's a sexual
Wait, ain't you
gratification.
gay? Gay is gay. Come
Yeah.
on. Like,
It's just
why do you care so much?
Yeah.
Why are you so invested in how they love? Like,
Mhm.
or even just the whole aesthetic, even that
Cause I ain't
piece.
gonna lie, a lot of times they ain't gonna admit it, but they see they got that twinkle, they got that twinkle in their eye. That'd be the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause I've listened. Can I say the F word?
Yeah, you can say whatever
Okay.
you want to say.
I would say out of 7 out of 10 men wanna fuck a trans female one time.
Mm.
That's the truth. That's the truth. And when they
Mm.
try it, they never go back. But when because I've been having I had my fun a couple times. They try with me. It's always yeah. You just
Wow.
started a whole nother thing.
Mm.
So yeah, it be true.
So that's just to me. That's some when I feel like don't lie about it though. Like that's the thing. Like
Yeah.
don't lie. Like just like how you said they want to try it one time. Okay, do you try you do you?
That's
But
your business.
right, that's
But a lot of people
definitely
they
your
take it to the
business.
grave. They take that to the
But
grave.
lying to someone, but being in a relationship with somebody else and then outstepping
Yeah.
to
Now that's
fulfill some fantasy or
Yeah.
something,
That's
or
messed up.
or even feeling that this is something you want to do, this is a part of you, and you're
Yeah.
attracted, and you want to get to know someone who's trans. Do it, but be real with yourself.
Yeah.
Because when you get the lying, that's that's when
And then you put a lot of people at risk.
And
yes.
Because
I just went through that actually like 2 days ago.
Mm.
Wow.
All through CCAP.
Wow.
But yeah. So
Wow.
I was young. I don't know. Maybe it's in denial or people family. A lot of these dudes come from so many backgrounds. They be having friends that be really heterosexual that
Yeah.
that probably like bully the hell out of them.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's like I don't know. I've been trying to figure that out too. Cause
Yeah.
I'm bad as hell. So I'm like, why you want to be with me? But you still, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's something really, like you were saying, Ashley, like people really just gotta be themselves.
yeah.
Like that's really what it comes
Because
down to.
I feel like if everyone themselves, if everyone stay out of other folks' business, because what I do behind closed doors, unless you there,
Exactly.
why does it matter?
Right.
Right.
Um, for me, I don't date studs, and for me, it's not because studs are not attractive or anything. I just like the feminine energy all times. And
Yeah.
I like what I like. Um, and I just date femmes and I like that knows who I like. But so I never got that. Well, if you were a stud, why don't you just be with a man? I
Mm-hmm.
thought that at a really, really young age. I ain't gonna cap. I was just like, well, if I'm gonna be with her, I could be with a boy that's a boy.
Yeah.
But it's just as I got older, I knew what I liked, and it was more of the feminine energy at
Yeah.
all times
Mm.
for me.
I like that. I like how you explain that.
Because studs can have feminine energy, and they get a lot of flack when they throw on makeup. Because now all of a sudden they not a stud.
The brat.
Right.
What is?
Oh,
Let's
she
look at
don't
the
know what
brat.
she want to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I had that conversation about the brat. I always thought the brat wore makeup. I
She
thought,
did. She
That's why I
does.
was like, this how she dresses is nothing new. Y'all just figured out
Yeah.
her sexuality,
Yeah.
which
I feel like I've been new.
yeah, everybody been new. Same thing with Queen Latifah. We
Yeah,
already know.
Queen Latifah, girl, come on now.
Still waiting.
Yeah.
Man. I think it's crazy how it's like, I think a part of the problem is the way that we've been taught to view gender,
Mhm.
that it's just strictly male and female, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So when a person with that mindset sees someone that completely defies that logic of just being one fixed gender, it's like it just sets off a whole whirl of like confusion in their
Mhm.
mind. They don't know what's going on, and
Yeah.
like, oh, is a man or a woman, or this or that, or because I'm a female and I like to wear men's clothes, now you think I want to be a man.
Right.
But don't understand that gender and sexuality are both fluid. Like
Yeah.
they ebb and they flow. It
And they're two different
changes.
things.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like there are men who love being masculine. They love
Mhm.
being men.
Ooh.
That's fine. Macho men, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's other men who are more in tune with their feminine energy.
Mhm.
That don't make them gay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some men are like what they call metrosexual.
I was just
Yeah.
about to say, and
You
you
know
knew
what I'm
they slapped
saying?
the title on that too.
Yeah. So, and
Yeah.
that's fine. And then it's like, but some people are not who like what their body is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like they have to align with their higher self. At least that's just the way that I see it. You
Yeah.
Yeah.
know?
And if you don't know what that feels like, why do you have a think piece on it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
If you don't know
Yeah.
what it feels like to struggle to be like, I'm in this body, but I don't feel comfortable in this body. This is not,
Yeah.
I can't speak on that because I don't know how that feels.
Yeah.
I've never wanted to be a man. I've always enjoyed being a feminine female, and that's just what I like. And I'm getting, as I get older, I just know what I like and what I like to wear and what I like to put on. I wear men cologne. That's
Yeah.
just
Mhm.
because it smells so good.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
it
like
does.
this.
It
It
really
smells
does.
so good. And I've had men's like, but that's for a man. No, no, they just advertise it for y'all. But
Yeah.
that's why it's called unisex
Yeah.
too.
Right.
So I just everyone likes what they like. They like what they
Yeah.
want to smell like, and just because it's over there doesn't mean I can't walk over there and grab it.
Right. I am very feminine.
Mhm.
Very. But sometimes I like to be in my masculine energy.
Yeah.
For real.
It's
I
that
throw on my
duality.
Jordans,
Yeah.
my little Nike cap. Sometimes I rock it to the front. Sometimes I rock it to the back.
And for me, it's always crazy that because as soon as we throw on high tops or as soon as we throw on
Yeah.
gym shoes and sweats, oh, you trying to be in your masculine energy? No, I'm just putting on clothes.
But
So
see,
that's why
being
it's so
myself.
funny. Like that literally has a box and has
Yeah.
a label.
Yeah.
Girls that dress like that were tomboys.
that's what I was getting to. I was called a tomboy when I was younger. When I was a kid, I was called a tomboy.
If
I
we stop
liked.
making boxes, the world will be okay.
Yeah.
So how do y'all
Let's
feel?
do circles.
So how do y'all feel about it being on kids' clothes and now in cartoons,
Mhm.
big stuff like Disney and Nickelodeon?
I feel like a conversation needs to be had early on with kids. Like I feel like and I feel like they need to understand that everybody isn't like them.
Yeah.
Like first off, just explaining that to them is everyone isn't like you, and then also let them understand like whoever you want to be, it's okay.
Mm.
You know, once they understand that, and then also help them understand that whoever someone else wants to be is okay, and explaining what the benefits are
Mhm.
of letting you walk in your own purpose, and also explaining how tough it can be too.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
It is hard.
It's hard.
There's just things that you are as a parent supposed to teach
Yeah,
your child, but then we have parents that taught what they parents taught, and then it's a cycle and it keeps going
Yeah.
and it keeps going. So then we have kids that don't know how to treat other people because
yeah,
they wasn't taught that at all.
yeah,
And I just feel like when it comes down to the schools, there are certain things they can teach, but there are certain things they should leave alone.
mm-hmm.
And the basic sex education is fine. We don't
Mhm.
need none of the extra stuff. We don't need to throw in this, that, and no. This is what happens. Even though parents should do this already,
It should
and
be
kids should
age
already
appropriate.
know.
Anything you
Yeah.
explain to a kid should be age
for
appropriate.
For sure.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to like Pride Month, putting it on a T-shirt, there's families with kids that
Mhm.
are the same sex. They put everything on a T-shirt, so
Yeah.
that should be okay.
Yeah.
If you get mad if you are not a part of the community, don't buy it for your child.
Mhm.
That's I never understood why you go to Target just to destroy a display because you don't agree with it.
Somebody
Yeah.
destroyed it.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
destroyed
there's
it.
a lot of
I never
videos.
seen that.
Yeah, they weren't happy with Target
It's like
because of that. But
targeting our kids. No, these parents These are two women or two dads that have
Mhm.
kids.
Right.
The
And
crazy part to me that I can't stand is the fakeness, the fake support, the fake,
Mm.
because any other day it's like, yeah, I want to go to Pride Fest and I want to put on
Yeah.
rainbow and I want to say that there's nothing wrong or I want to do this and say that. But then when it comes to hitting home and now there's someone in your family,
Mhm.
now it's like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I said that, but because now it's in my face,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. And it's
Right.
like,
Yeah. It's the same way
yeah,
for people that are anti-gay or they don't agree with pride. Why y'all come down there?
right.
It's like it makes no
They
sense that
just
y'all.
want everybody to
Yeah.
feel horrible about
Mhm.
themselves. You know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, I used to be one of those people.
Mm.
I was actually an evangelist for
Oh, baby.
a couple years. I was a street preacher.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it was an experience.
Yeah.
I thought I was doing the right thing. But at the
Yeah.
same time, it's like I'm at war within myself because I know that I love women. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
since, coming from that Christian background and just trying to be accepted,
Yeah.
you know, it's like,
Where were you trying to be accepted and also accepting yourself? So you just, or was this after you accepted who you were, and then now it's like, oh, now y'all, can y'all come around now, or was that still going head to head? Were you still battling internally to accept
um,
what you understood about yourself?
Mm, good questions.
you know what? Okay. Here's the thing. At one point, it's like the way I was taught, like, was to be obedient to God.
Mhm.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the pressure from my immediate family as well as me wanting to be pleasing in the eyes of God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I felt like I had to fight myself, and like how Christianity teaches that you got to die to yourself and be like Jesus. You got to be like God. So that means you can't be a sinner at all. There's no fornication. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't do that, or else you can't make it to heaven, or stuff like that. And
Man.
that's very difficult. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just being in denial like that.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, be for real. Girl, you're gay.
Like that's
Gay.
just you.
So it's like,
Because I've met a lot of people. I was with somebody for 6 years, and we didn't start dating until 2 years after we met
Mm.
because she was still struggling with who she
Mhm.
was, and she was like you. She grew up in a church, but she ended up reading the whole Bible again to herself,
mm-hmm.
and then she started battling with that because now it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
What the Bible says and what y'all preach don't make sense.
exactly.
And I've met a lot of people who are in their 20s, in their late 20s, early 30s, who are struggling because they grew up like you, and
Mhm.
now
Mhm.
they're coming to the understanding of who they are, but they're literally like having an internal battle, and it's like it's mentally draining
Yeah.
too,
It
and
is exhausting.
emotionally draining.
And it causes really serious mental health issues.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's why I don't like religion, because it takes a lot of people away from reality.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? So it's like, I believe in the higher power and I'm spiritual and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I know that God is real. But it's just like all of that, oh, I heard the voice of God. And
Yeah.
all of this is just like, sometimes that's just you hearing yourself, to be
Mhm.
honest. But people, you know what? People believe what they believe,
Yeah.
and I respect their beliefs. So if you feel like you heard God, then
So be it.
you
Yeah.
heard him. All
As
right.
long as if you
Yeah.
just don't hurt other people in the
Yeah.
process.
Right.
Um, I would never talk about religion because I know nothing.
Mhm.
I believe in there's something that made the universe.
Mhm.
It made it. We got here
Yeah.
somehow.
We
But
made it.
anything after that, everyone's like when my twin sister passed. Oh, give it to God. Why would what? That makes no
Mm.
sense to me
Mm.
because
Okay.
I didn't grow up that way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, what am I supposed to do with that? So what is he gonna do to help me with this pain that I'm in now?
Right.
Because
Okay.
I'm waking up every day feeling the same.
Mm.
So I guess that if I since I don't believe, then that's why I'm still in pain or something. It's weird, and I
Mm.
don't approve. And I don't. I hated that so much, so much.
So were you hearing people? Were people telling you
Yeah,
that? Okay.
they were just like, "Oh, just give it to God. What I'm gonna do? So how
Mm.
does that help me?"
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a challenge.
Yeah. So when
Mm.
they tell pray the gate away,
I'm glad I never got that.
yeah, me too.
So
Because
your
I'm a,
parents were pretty accepting.
Yep, my dad. You see my face.
Yeah.
But I never had really. I don't know. I feel just feel left so left because I never.
yeah,
I was just always the boy that used to sing. Like everybody counted on me to sing. Like my auntie, she's gay. I was down there in Mississippi for a little while when I was little. It was kind of first on me because I seen that she had a girlfriend and they was together. I would see them kiss and be together, but I never had nobody tell me like really like no, this is wrong. Only this besides of me trying to figure myself out because I knew who I was in kindergarten. So that's a difference.
Yeah.
But outside of that, did nobody really never tell me anything.
Mm. So you kind of had to figure it all out for
Oh my,
yourself and by
even my
yourself.
transition, like I got like a little sister now. Her name is Jamila, but nobody told me anything. Like even
Yeah.
in my transition, my only biggest inspiration was like love and hip hop, um, Beyonce, um, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But didn't nobody really tell me really too much anything, especially like what was wrong and what is this and what is that.
mm.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
know.
I feel that I didn't. The only thing I got was my mom's ex-wife was, oh, I didn't want this for my kids.
Mm.
I was like, that don't make
So
sense to
why
me.
would you?
Because after my mom, you got with another woman, so that don't make sense to me. So it's just like, and then even when I were to express myself,
Mm-hmm.
because her daughter was bisexual, that was okay. Then I was like, me too. Oh, you trying to be like your mama? Oh, now it's my mama. Like it's just like little things like that, and it's just
Mm.
like, okay, well, that don't make sense, and that's I retreated a lot as a child.
Thank God you were like, you know what? Forget what y'all talking
Right.
about.
Yeah, and I remember at 8, I was just like, oh, y'all don't care how I feel. I'm not gonna say nothing else, and I stopped. I really, really stopped. I retreated at 8, and I became okay with no one's gonna like who I am. No one's
Mm.
gonna like me as a person.
Mm.
But I'm gonna do everything I can to help everybody around me, and that's what I did. And now
That's
it's
what's
just
up.
like, well, now those people not here, and now it was a struggle for me to cut a lot of people off,
Mm.
especially after my sister passed. It was like, and it's scary because it's just like you figure out who's there for you when
Mm-hmm.
you going through hard time like that. And
Yeah.
a lot of people that was supposed to be there that I was looking like I was like, I've had your back, and I'm the child,
Wow.
and it's so my sexuality was never a struggle. My weight was never a struggle. Other people made it a struggle.
It was their problem, not yours. That's
Yeah.
why. That's why ultimately we aren't designed to please others. We
No.
just sometimes people do that though. Like you said, just still trying to look out for others and
Yeah.
still trying to
That's my
maintain that.
downfall. Real bad. I
Man,
got that real bad.
I think
Saving the
that's
world.
yeah, that's
Oh, I never.
that's hard. Yeah, it is. It's
It's very
exhausting.
tiring. I'm empathic, so
Oh.
I had to control that
Yeah.
because I noticed I was like taking on everybody.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, yeah. And then I'm like, okay, done. My turn.
Mhm.
It's burnt away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So um yeah. It was hard.
It's definitely it's part of the journey though, right? I feel
Mhm.
like a lot of us do that. We overextend ourselves. Sometimes it's because we need somebody to see us for who we
Yeah.
are, and so we feel like, okay, if I show you this, if I do this for you, if I do that for you, then you'll accept me. You'll see my point of view, and we'll be one big happy group of people. We'll be a big happy family, or
Yeah.
we'll be best friends. But that's not always the case. Like some people, especially with the empathic piece, some people just want to see like how much you will do for them.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
It's
to me.
sick.
That's sick.
It
That's
is.
trying to irritate me.
I
That's
used to
sick.
say that a lot of family members literally use my love as a weapon.
Wow.
And that's how, as I got finally out the house and into my own space and be able, because the person I got with, that was the most freeing relationship I ever been in. Because I
Wow.
was able to be me and I was able to be able to sit here today and actually talk about things because I didn't talk about nothing,
Wow.
like nothing at all. And it was just like, okay, so this is what it feels like to be heard and to be able to go back and forth and actually people not shut you down.
Right.
So,
Right.
because I had a lot of that.
Wow,
Yeah,
girl.
because I sure didn't get my voice until high school.
Yeah.
That was well, but outside of nope. Because once I came out, because this how I came out, I text everybody. Did nobody see me? I text everybody. The only person that I got to come out to was my mom.
Wow.
Outside of that, no. Mm-mm. And one day I was over my auntie house. And she see me with a wig on, and it was like, "Who was that on the couch?" And it was me.
Wow.
Yeah.
When you sent that text, did you get responses? Like, what
Well,
were they saying to
It was
you?
like I knew that already. I knew that.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm like, oh, shit, here we go.
Yeah.
Aw.
But yeah.
I'm glad I didn't. I was at a, when I was younger, I was like, I do not care.
Yeah.
So for me, it was just, I told my brother and he was like, oh, you're weird.
Mm.
I'm like, he didn't know what to say. He's like one of the people. And then he was just like, okay, you know. And my twin sister at the time, I told her, um, but she was going through her own thing
Mhm.
and mental issues and everything under the sun. So one minute she was with a girl, the next minute I called, she was like, I have a boyfriend. I'm like, what? And I was like, what happened to your girlfriend? That's disgusting. I'm like, what's going on there?
She didn't know.
My
She didn't know what
sister
she
was
wanted.
a very interesting person. So
Yeah, yeah. It sounds like, it's a journey. Like, it really is. It's part of figuring yourself out, trying to
Mhm.
figure out like what your sexuality is. Like, and then once you figure that out, it's like a whole nother roller coaster
Yeah.
trying to get everybody else to see who you are. It's like never ending. And then I feel like you come to a place where it's like, dang, I gotta keep telling people this over and over and over again. Um, but it's like, well, but this is me. And then if I want people to understand who I am, I have to tell them. Because if I'm quiet about it, um, that then I'm not really being open. I'm not being free. You know what I mean? If I'm quiet about it, I'm I'm holding something in, and that's a challenge in itself. So, even me doing this show today, um, I felt like, these things need to be said. I was watching it was like a clip, and I don't even know what show it was. It was something. I sent it to you. Remember when I sent it to you? It was like Frida.
Yes.
oh, I
Yes.
seen that clip.
You seen that
and
clip?
I love that clip.
I love that clip.
I didn't
That's
get the
what
clip.
inspired me. You didn't get the clip?
No.
Dang. Dang.
just
I
got
thought
the
I sent you the
Frida
clip.
performance
I
tonight with
love
Beyonce, and I
Frida.
really want to see that.
I love that. I want to see Beyonce. You lucky you got to see Beyonce.
Girl,
I'm so mad I didn't get
I
that.
can't
Listen,
afford Beyonce.
as a trans woman, seeing those trans females on that stage,
Mhm.
That's
I'm like,
awesome.
Every
that,
time.
that should have been me.
But you know what? That is so dope that there are people that can be looked up to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to let somebody else know that there is someone out here in the world like you.
Yeah.
So when you asked your question about stuff being on t-shirts and like
Mhm.
stuff like
Cartoons
that,
and
yeah,
all that.
cartoons and stuff like that, I feel like it's beneficial for people who grow up differently
Mhm.
to see something that they can relate to, like to make them more comfortable with themselves.
Yeah.
That's the way that I view it, instead of people looking at it as some type of agenda or oh, they just trying to put it on our kids now. Well, what
Mhm.
about me? Because all of that wasn't going on when I was watching cartoons
And I'm
Right.
still
as a
me.
kid. Exactly. So
Exactly.
it's like,
So what I get put on?
right.
Yeah.
A deaf
But it's the
singer.
same way. It's
People
just
gonna
like
be who they be regardless.
you
Yeah.
put pride on the shirt, but growing up, I live in Wisconsin. I'm a Bears fan, and people ask that question. Well, how is that possible? it was in my house.
Right.
Because that's
when
what you saw.
like now I'm a
Yeah.
Bears fan because that's what my parents were, and that's
Yeah.
this and that, and so I guess that was an agenda. If you want to talk about agendas,
Like,
that it's just
man.
simple stuff like that. It's just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna ask you, like, how?
But I never
I'm
How
from,
you a Bears fan?
I'm from
Packers Nation.
Chicago.
Well, that makes
Chicago.
sense then, you
kid
know?
agenda. Even being a kid and knowing and inside what was going on, I never had a kid agenda. Like I've always been that one kid. All the other kids would be singing Disney, and I'd be just thinking about BET. So I feel like that's what really
Yeah,
helped me.
it depends on
Yeah.
your household.
Yeah,
like,
I grew up on beat. Like I knew what you
Yeah.
never see me watching no cartoons
Like,
like
we-
that.
at my stepmom's house, my mom's ex-wife, we couldn't watch the L Word there. I
Mm.
like the L Word.
I remember that
That was
show.
my
What's the
show.
L word?
It's the with a bunch of lesbians.
Yes.
It used to come on Showtime.
And they was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you can't watch that here. Why not?"
Mm.
Like, so, but when I go home, I can watch it,
Mhm.
and then so it's weird. I think a lot of people in the community is homophobic to things they don't know.
Yeah.
So my mom gonna kill me, but she's slightly homophobic when it comes to the trans community because she's 55. She don't understand it.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's just for me. It's just like we bump heads a lot in all those categories because I'm like we bump heads with Gabrielle Union and her stepdaughter.
And Dwayne
But
Wade.
quick
Yeah.
question, because we're all African American here.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Do y'all feel like
Even though I get questioned.
I get questioned
even
too.
though we're here now, because I've still deal with this, even though I still go by a different name. My family still calls me by my dead name sometimes, or even a nickname.
From when you were growing up.
Do y'all feel like that's still kind of acceptable or no? Because like how my mom would do it, she will call me Kaya in public, but she was, slip up and say my dead name.
Mhm.
Well, that's your mom, so
Right.
she's been calling you one name for a long time.
Right. So I don't
For
know.
me, as someone that's just meeting you, you are Kaya.
Right.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
for if I were ever to learn your name that they gave you at birth, that would be disrespectful of me.
Yeah.
And I don't know
Because
you
this is
like
how I
that.
was introduced to you.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, my family have rung around. Where some people, they'll still call me that. Like, no, you know what's up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
Just
just
because
like
my
being
family,
rude and
they
disrespectful.
doing no.
That's
Right.
on
Yeah.
purpose,
Yeah.
and they're trying to be funny.
Mhm.
And the way I explain
Right.
to my mom when it comes to the Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade situation is they're literally giving their daughter a safe space to be
Right.
expressive. And I think that when it comes to a lot of people, they're getting confused with a child that's just dressing in feminine clothes is what y'all call it versus a transsexual. Y'all think that they letting that baby go under the knife at that age, and they're not.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah. But
And
I can see.
transgender and transsexual is different to me.
Mhm.
really, please explain that to me.
No, I feel like it's different to me because I feel like
Well,
T.S.
I can explain that
Madison-
too. I was gonna say.
I feel like
Please
T.S.
explain that to me,
Madison
'cause
is transgender because T.S. Madison didn't go under the knife.
Mhm.
Right. Because
They
I
still got the
would.
private part.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I like it. For me, I don't have any surgery.
Yeah.
So I don't know why. I don't know if it's like my sexual. I don't know if it's the scorpion on me, but I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I still identify as a damn girl.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah.
okay.
So
And
I
that's
don't
okay.
know.
But I feel like because the reason why people are up in arms is because they thought that they let that baby go under the knife
Mhm.
and change something.
I
surgical,
think
and they
another
didn't.
part of it too though is the mother, Dwayne's
Yeah.
his baby mom, she feels like she doesn't have a say in
Yeah.
what's going on. I think that's where things get conflicted is when it's two parents and they both have a different point of view on how the child should be raised
Mhm.
based off of this information they just got. They are struggling trying to figure out the
Yeah.
best way to handle that. And Dwayne is like, he's got Gabby, and she's like, she probably had to had a few conversations with him.
And that was
Yeah,
my
before it
argument.
came
I'm
to
like,
that.
I feel like y'all don't understand that this baby probably been struggling for a really long time.
Yeah.
They probably had multiple conversations.
Mhm.
Dwayne Wade has said that first time, he was lost. He didn't understand. He didn't know. He didn't know what to do, but he had the resources and he chose to use them as a
Mhm.
father. And I believe he did say that he would rather have a
It's a
happy
big word,
child.
Yeah.
chose.
Yeah. He'd rather have a happy child than a dead one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Because it can
yeah.
like you
Because
said,
if y'all
mental health
stop
can
that
really
child
be.
from expressing, anything can happen
Mhm.
because they don't have the tools or they don't have the help that they need to understand what they are feeling.
Right.
Because for me, kids have a voice no matter what age they are. When they are able to speak,
Mhm.
they should be able to use that voice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You
For
know
sure.
what? I think you would be great.
I don't need no kids.
No, I mean great at that. No, just your
Uh-huh.
delivery and how you
Yeah.
explain things is so easy to wrap your head around the way
Yeah.
you explain it. You're good at this.
I'm trying. I'm trying
I'm
to be
just saying.
comfortable because,
Yeah.
like I said, for a long time I did not talk. So it takes me a minute because to try to figure out what I'm trying to say. So I do go in circles.
Yeah.
But for me, it's just like I told my mom, if I did have a child and my child came to express anything um, along those lines, I would never bring my child around her because you're rude
Mhm.
and you say because you think you 55 and you can say whatever you want and because you have this mindset of what gay is.
Mhm.
She called stud on stud weird. She called femme on femme weird. I'm like, yeah, but she literally that's a waste of women. She
Yeah.
said those two women together is a waste.
I think she like conditioned. She's been conditioned
She's
though.
homophobic to me, and I've told her that. I'm
And do
like,
you
you're
feel
slightly
like that came
homophobic.
from,
Her
but
era,
yeah, the era she grew up in,
yeah,
but also the way she was taught to accept herself was that she had to look at it from one angle.
yeah, and I understand her
Yeah,
perspective, and I get it, but that was back
a long
then,
time ago, and
and
she got to
it's
wrap her head.
2023 now, and to
Yeah,
me, it's just like you chose because you didn't want people to think that you were gay. You had boyfriends. I didn't care.
hmm,
So I guess I had that space that she provided for me not to care that much.
hmm.
But ain't nobody told you label no man just to prove a point.
But do you think? Because my mom, I feel like she's still scared. Even 6 years after, I feel like she's still scared. Do you think?
Is she scared for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And well, not even for me, because I can handle my own.
Yeah.
I feel like it's what people do. So, if you identify a certain way, your mom identifies a certain way, do you think she is potentially acting that way so you won't maybe take into the footsteps that she did? Or just,
No,
she just,
okay. How do I put it? My mom is like anything before her time she don't want to know about.
Mm.
So anything before that, I'm like, so when it comes down to when we do have these conversations, let alone is the LGBTQ plus community or the black community, we have two different perspectives.
Yeah,
And a lot of her perspective is ignorant. Like I can say, oh well, this black man just opened a grocery store over here. Well, that's not gonna last because you know how black people are. I'm like, you can't win because I'm like, but there are black people that are like, I hate that term. There's black
yeah,
people, and there's niggas. I hate that so much because I'm like, no, but she don't want to. Well, I'm not talking about white people because we ain't white. I'm like, but they doing the same shit.
yeah, yeah.
They they steal from their people too. They just do bigger. They make sure it's worth it.
Man, that's that white collar crime.
Yeah.
And that's a whole nother thing.
That's a whole nother topic. That race, that whole black community is a whole nother topic.
Yeah,
And I love my people. I wouldn't choose a different community. And I know that we are great and we
Yeah.
can be great because we've shown it time and time again.
we
I
have.
say it all the time. I'm like, we in spaces that they didn't want us in and we belong here. You are here, you are in spaces that they didn't want us in and we belong
We
here.
belong
Just
here.
like a lot of people say, you don't like gay people, take them clothes off.
Hmm.
Because a lot of them clothes y'all
That's
be
why I
rocking.
said the creatives, man.
A lot of that music y'all listen to.
That is true.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. I want to thank you all for being here today. This took a lot of courage to me, in my opinion,
Mhm.
to address an audience, a live audience, and just talk about your perspective and what it looks like for you every day. because it looks different for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody has a completely different journey before and after. And I feel like it continues to evolve and you continue to grow
Yeah.
and you might know who you are today and then tomorrow you might be like, well, you know what? No, this is who I am today.
Yeah. I've had that a lot.
You
Like,
know?
well, can't you just try?
Yeah.
Nah. I'm okay.
Right. They shouldn't be trying to force it.
Yeah.
Don't try and force it because I'm not even trying to force it, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's great.
And
All
I
of
still
you.
get hit on by men. I just want y'all to know
Just
that.
so you know.
Just so
Yeah, the women. Oh my!
I
I
still
just
get
made
hit
a
on.
post about that. Like, girl, y'all know now. Y'all slapping my booty, slapping up against the walls in the club. Like y'all.
That's
Wow.
That's
Mhm.
harassment.
for,
But I'm not
for
gonna lie,
one.
I don't know, cause I'm still. If I have a little liquor in my system, I'm not gonna lie. I will mind a girl out dancing on me. I don't know, and I'm still gonna be trans female.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
know.
I mean, he was supposed to come on the show today. He did not come on the show today. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But one of one of my acquaintances, I would say, someone that I know came on had another show and they were talking about how some gay men like stud women.
Yeah. I've
And
seen that. Yeah.
that was my first time hearing about it on the show. I was on the show. And I'm gonna just go ahead and say it because it's public knowledge. I was on Slick Talk with Scales, and it was said on the show that some gay men like stud women,
Which is very interesting.
and it is interesting to me, and it's very interesting, and that's why I really wanted to understand that. But I think it really, again, it comes down to preference. It comes down to attraction.
Mhm.
And it sounded like it
Some
was more so
men, some gay
attraction.
men like stuff.
Yeah, like stud
Yeah.
Is that
women.
more of a fetish thing? Or
I don't know.
Because I know there's a couple on YouTube. There's the black guy and the white stud.
Hmm.
Well, they don't call them studs, anyways. That's another. But and he's the feminine and she's the masculine, and
Mhm.
they are a couple. And I'm just like,
Sometimes.
sometimes when you look at it, it's like, is they doing this for clout or this really y'all are attracted to each other? Y'all are connected on every level that you connect in relationship,
Yeah,
or is this like TikTok?
Right.
And
right. Or is
but
this
that's
just for
at the end of the
everybody
day,
to see?
Like we say, that's none of my business.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
If that's what y'all like, that's your relationship.
Hey, we on minding my own podcast. That mean we mind our own business.
I looked at it. I was like, that's interesting, and I went on about my day because
Yeah.
I was because people the relationship I was in for 6 years, everyone looked at us weird because we both tall, plus size, black women, and we got looked at really
Hey,
weird. So
hey, you know what? I think that's the thing right there though. People just they have an idea of what they think it should look like.
mm,
You know what I mean? So whatever. Y'all can kick rocks, y'all who only got a
Yeah.
small mind.
you need a big man to come over.
Yeah.
And some studs like gay men.
Yeah.
Too. So
It's
this is
interesting.
very interesting. when
very
you think
interesting
about it.
what
Isn't
people
that
are
going on
attracted
right
to.
now?
Yeah.
Some there's uh um um. I just say not to use some stud words.
No, it's okay.
She's white, Caucasian, and there's a black male that's gay. Did you
Mhm.
see that?
I think I know
Yeah,
what you're
that's the
talking
one
about.
I was talking about. Yeah,
Okay. Those
and
are-
he like
Yeah.
dresses feminine.
yeah,
and,
they're carrying each other.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's very interesting. but-
Possible, you know what I'm saying? But like if you gay, like how does that even work?
See,
out?
and-
Right.
and that's
It's
my
your facial expressions for me.
because that was my thing. It's just like because he doesn't identify as female, he
Right.
identifies as feminine, and that's
Mm.
it.
Yeah.
But it's always very interesting to me when I see different couples. But we got different couples in heterosexual worlds, and half of y'all look weird together.
That's true.
And
That's
it's
true.
very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
is
it's
true.
just it's like that's why I said
As long as it's
love who you
legal
love.
and y'all ain't hurt nobody,
Mm-hmm.
that's it.
Yeah.
You know what's also interesting? A trans man and a trans woman.
Oh,
Being
the
together.
swap.
Yeah, I've seen
I
that.
love that.
I'm not gonna lie. like,
I
you
love
know,
that.
we're being real. I can't. I don't know why. I just can't see myself being with a trans man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why. And it's not
Yeah.
even me being discriminatory or not. I just cannot.
Is it more of the sexual thing?
I think I try to
That's
stay away from
because
that.
I don't
But-
know if I could date a trans woman.
Yeah, because I just
So I don't know if I could date a trans woman, or I don't know if I can date a trans man that didn't get surgery.
right.
So I don't know.
Interesting.
That's
Period. Because I want to have a baby, right? But I want the baby to look like me.
Okay.
But I
That can
don't
happen.
want, the trans man to have the baby. And I really don't want the surrogate to have the baby. I want the baby to look like me. So what do I do?
Oh, that's hard. I don't.
science.
You know what I mean?
Man,
What
definitely
do I,
gonna have to-
right. What do I do? Because I want it to look like me so bad.
I
But then
think.
again, I don't want to, use my egg or my semen and have, with another woman that's going to carry the baby. But then again, oh, being still labeled as, even I'm trans female, they still being labeled as the dad, So I don't know. That's frustrating.
Yeah.
Because then you have to go through that. Because then they was like, "Isn't this confusing the baby?" And blah blah blah. No, this is my household. Leave me alone.
This has been very, very, very good. Pronouns, y'all. I gotta understand pronouns. So
I don't understand it, but
That's what
I'm
I-
sure-
I'm like-
when I hear that, I just stay away from it.
I don't. I think it's just for me. It's just like it's the pansexuals and the demisexuals, and they have their pronouns.
mhm.
I'm she, her.
Yeah, me too. I'm she,
And
her.
sometimes
she,
people
her,
call me
hers,
her,
and
they, it,
same.
me. I don't
Yeah.
Right. Me.
know.
Me.
I was so like I didn't even know what to say when somebody asked me what my pronouns were because like
Yeah.
I don't look like a girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I don't know. I'm not used to people asking me that. It's just like
It's
I
so
felt
weird.
awkward. Like she,
I'm a-
her, hers.
I'm-
Like, you know.
Yeah, the only when you said that because you don't look like a girl, the only discriminatory thing I got is when I cut my hair, and that was just because I was going natural.
Yeah.
And he still decided to call me sir, and we all looked at my chest real quick. We was just you think I
Like,
got
wait a
man
minute now.
titties?
But
Like,
at least
what?
people ask so they won't assume. So I gotta respect that. Too,
Yeah.
At the same
It
time,
dep- I
you
feel
know?
like for that it depends on the space that you in.
Yeah.
Because if I'm just walking down the street and I'm like, "Excuse me, sir," and you're like, "I'm sorry, I'm just trying to find this place."
Right.
My bad.
Right.
You
Because
know.
my ID still say male. And when I go to the club, I'm like, oh shit. Here we go. And they still like, okay. They just walk past. Well, I know they see that shit all the damn time.
Yeah.
So I feel like it do definitely be the space and they just leave it alone.
Yeah.
But when I was at Patos, he like, your name is this and then. I'm like, really? You knew what's going on with me. You
Yeah.
knew.
It's just
Was
people
right
that
up.
choose, like you said, that big word, choose.
Yeah.
A lot of things people are choosing to do
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
and
just
choosing
really
to say. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's interesting. Very interesting. I swear we could talk about this all night,
Yeah.
really. There's so many parts because again, everybody just kind of embraces
Mhm.
this part of them in their own way, whether you are gay or heterosexual, no matter what you identify as, everybody does it their own way,
Yeah.
So it's really like, how do you do it? Oh, well, maybe I want to try that, or or I think it's really just trying to figure out what works for you.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have no choice. Like, especially when I first started out. Listen, let me tell you what my mama did. See, because I was fresh in transition. Okay,
Yeah.
so I was buying my own clothes and I was making money for the makeup, but it wasn't like as feminine as I'm dressing now.
Mhm.
So what she did is, you remember Root Guy and Route 21?
Yeah.
We went to that store.
I used to love that store.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, oh shit, we finna go to the man's side. She took me to the damn woman's side and started picking out the clothes herself to put on me. So
It's like, oh, this is what you want to do? I got
Wow.
it.
So
I got
I'm like,
something for you.
girl, put that shit down. She kept picking up them bras and all that stuff. But
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
It is. It is. I mean, it's a lot, and you still got a lot of years to still be you, and you can pick up different things that help you to understand too what you want out of life. I think that's another thing. Like you said, you young, you transitioned very young.
Cause
Right
I still
now,
get bullied by a lot of trans women
that's a
that's
whole
are
nother.
that's
That's
are
interesting.
really older
Yeah.
than me.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's like
Girl,
the same
every
thing with
damn thing,
the old school
everything.
studs
Yes,
bullying the
they
new
bully the
studs.
out of you.
There was a question. My girlfriend has been all up and through the comments.
Is that
She
Key
was
Ebony
like,
by chance?
yeah, that's my girl. Hey,
Hello.
hey.
I'm gonna clap for you.
Where did it go?
It's
Hey
me.
Tom, can you show the comments for
I
us?
think it was for you.
If you are there, Tom, please show the comments. I see a lot of them.
Hey, can you repeat that question that you had
It was for
earlier?
me.
I think yeah, I think it was somewhere along the lines of how do you feel about trans women who think they're better than other women?
Mm.
Oh, okay. I can answer. I can answer that. Listen. I'm gonna say this. Let me get close to the mic. I respect all heterosexual women. I don't want to be y'all. Um, I take my listen. I would take my wig off right now if I could. Being trans female, being transgender is so freaking difficult. I take my hat off to you guys. I would never think I'm better than a heterosexual woman because sometimes I don't want to put on a bra in the morning. Sometimes I hate the panties. Sometimes I hate using the bathroom with different women.
Yeah.
It's a lot. And other trans women, I do feel like we do need to take our hats off. Just give it up for heterosexual women, especially if you did have a mom that accepted you and stuff like that. Take your hats off to
Mm.
heterosexual women because it's hard. It's hard. Like damn, like I get to do all of this without having a period. That's what
And
that's
that was my conversation about those women. Usually, they're and they over there talking about cramping and
yeah.
having a period, and then there was one that was talking about some getting a hysterectomy surgery. Like what you like? And someone said you will die. Your body is not built to have ovaries, and
Right.
y'all take it too far. And I feel like some of them are just saying it just to say stuff, and it's
Mhm.
ridiculous. And then now we're gatekeeping womanhood. Yes, we are.
Yeah, I never no. Nope. I like myself. No. Hell no.
I have a friend, a very
Uh-uh.
close friend who does drag. And I'll um Jada Essence Hall. Shout out to my
Period. Hey,
friend Jada Essence Hall,
Jada.
season 12 RuPaul Drag Race winner, one of my closest friends. Shout out to you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Got a lot of stuff going on. I barely see my friend anymore.
I used to go to
But
school with Jada.
Oh,
that's one of my homies, like family. Um Doing drag, one of the best to ever do it. From right here from our city.
Period.
Used to see
414.
yes, right here 414. We got so much talent, so many creatives, and
I have
that's
to say 608,
man, look at you. Look at her.
262.
Shout out to my friends.
Shout out Wisconsin.
I'm also gonna shout out my friend Jean. Jean, that is Jared's. As y'all know, Jada Essence Hall is Jared as well. In Milwaukee. And the cool part about um Jared's journey is he said to me once, he's like, I don't want to be no woman. He said, I do drag. It's fun for me. It pays the bills. It gives him an opportunity to be creative.
Yeah.
And he loves makeup. He loves hair. He loves costumes. And just, man.
And sometimes that's what it's all
Yeah.
about. Being able to be in a space, express how you feel, and then go on about your business. The same thing with the comedian
Yeah.
that dresses up and does her shows, and then at the end of the day, recognize that I'm still a dad.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that comedian name.
Mm.
Cool. Oh, the dark skinned dude.
Yeah. the funny one. He
Oh,
be
but
saying
I didn't know he had a child.
he got kids. Yeah.
Mm. I wonder who y'all talking about.
Me too.
Said some funny shit on there.
I'ma
I
have
think
to
there was a
figure
clip
this one
on
out.
I'm gonna
Facebook.
have
I
to look
seen
up
that.
for the comedian.
But yeah, it said that he would never want to be a woman. He loves being a boy, but he loves to dress up and he does what he does to pay the bills. And of course, incorporating all these other things that you love, it makes a job not feel like a job. And so ultimately he's living his dream. That's what, and he goes by both. You can call him Jared or you can call him Jada. And he really doesn't care. Like he's not, some people get really particular about how you approach them and how you address them. He's really not like that. Matter of fact, I feel like he gets along with everybody. He's just a really good person. So shout out to you, friend.
I never knew that name.
I'm definitely gonna be looking that up tonight. I'm curious now. But yes, this was really good. This is a really, really good conversation, and I would love to have you ladies back. There's
I would
so much.
definitely come back.
I would love that.
I love this.
That would make my day,
Yeah.
my week. This
My
has
first
made my day.
podcast. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Because I watch a lot of them,
Yeah, this is
so
my first one.
Ah, that's dope.
I'm used to makeup artist Kaya, and this has opened up a lot for me.
Yeah.
This is a lot. Just came back out as trans female. This is a lot
Mhm,
on me
mhm.
right now. So just to be in this space, I'm a little emotional, but it's I like it. I definitely it's definitely because I don't have to talk about it no more.
Yeah. Like now you was able to put that out
Put it
there.
on the flow.
Yeah, put it on the flow, like she said. Absolutely. And so it's like we got to do these types of things. We got to have these types of conversations.
'cause
And
we
there's
got
yeah,
grown men talking out the side of their necks.
man.
Weird.
That's what we were saying earlier. I really hate when they say, "Oh, I could turn you into this." I remember I got into an argument with somebody once because I heard a guy say it on the song, and I said, "I need you to turn that down." He was like,
Yeah.
"Why?" And I'm like, "Because I don't like that.
Yeah.
You can't turn anybody anything that they don't want to be already."
That's crazy.
Right.
You don't have. Who do you think you are? You,
Exactly.
Trying to prove, and who you
Yeah.
trying to prove
Right.
it to yourself? 'Cause
Right.
That's mean as hell.
And I'm also
is.
do a token of yes, we sometimes use strap-ons, but that's not because we missing out
Not at all.
or we want or it's craving
Yeah.
a male part. So I just also want to throw that in there.
Yeah.
Is that only just like sexual intercourse or just like out and about like in
No,
about?
I don't
'Cause I know a lot of
Some people
Some
wear it
people
up,
be
wear it
wearing it.
daily,
Them-
all day.
I'm like,
them-
huh?
the tough, the
What
ones
gets
that
me though is
it's the ones that come out with no shirt on.
that was what I was about to say.
Yeah.
And tie them down, and then
Saying that. Not without no shirt on coming outside. No.
Yeah, they really
Maybe a
think
beater, but not just
no,
beater.
Nah,
they
they
be
be
come
on
putting
that.
tapes on their nipples and thinking they going to the beach and stuff. Weird. I'm just
Yeah.
like, now y'all just doing too much.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
People just would
that's
never
extra.
Understand it. People just would never ever understand it. Oh,
Yeah.
why don't you just get some real dude?
No,
Can I
it's
say
part of the.
Yes, you can say whatever you want to
Because I still haven't
say.
been
For me, it's literally
Yeah.
just a part
Come
of
on now.
that moment that you're having with that person.
Mhm.
Not everybody wants it. You get
Mhm.
with somebody that's like, oh, well, I like penetration. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
it's
it.
not always about sex either. 'Cause
No.
some
That
people-
brings me to the touch me nots.
Yeah.
Then
I
they
can't-
get
That I never
all-
got,
I
but
can't do that.
They touch me nots. My mom want to say you can't be a touch me not. You have 3 kids anyway. But, no, touch me nots are just people that get off by pleasing, and I understand that because I do too. It's
Okay,
just
okay.
a thing that this is the only sex I've had all my life. So if I'm not getting off by doing it, why am I doing it?
Okay, that's
But-
interesting.
And sometimes I'm like, I'm not a touch me not, so I don't know why you looking at me. No, but there's sometimes where I do just want to please, and then that's it. But
Okay.
the rest, and then the pillow princesses, y'all just
What's
These
all of that
terminologies.
stuff? What is all of that?
pillow princesses are basically for touch me nots. So
Yeah.
they just lay there and
They
I
don't
used to
do
be
anything.
like that, But when I just turned, when I had a guy that was like, "You want to try the top?" I'm like,
Yeah, but see, that's how you gotta be
and I tried
comfortable.
it, and it. Listen, I've been, I've
When I
loved
feel like when you get with
it.
certain people, and once you are comfortable, or you want to try stuff.
Yeah, cause who wanna sit? That get boring. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a Scorpio,
Big Scorp gang.
so I feel like I don't know. We like to try different stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We
that's
are
okay.
sometimes. So I like, hell yeah, be your ass over or something.
So anywho, we having lunch, y'all. We gonna have lunch. We gonna become cool. We gonna hang out.
Period.
Cause
I'm all for it.
ultimately, we got a bond now, y'all. We
Yeah.
bonded now.
Yeah.
Bring the branding
I'm
tool.
not
No.
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. This probably one last time I say. I never is. I don't know if it's just me, but especially being trans female, I never could get along with the LGBTQ community.
Mm.
I
I don't
don't.
think I
I
can.
like. It's always been the messy.
Mm.
I'm just not starting to go to Pride Fest.
Mm.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for me. It's just like they want you to be a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you got to be this, and then you got to be that, and then that's it. And those are people that are stuck in that heterosexual mindset.
Yeah.
So once they date someone that quote unquote look like a boy, they think they're better than people that dating different,
Mhm.
because it's like, well, I ain't gonna get judged as much.
Yeah.
And for me, it's just
As
like
much.
I don't fit nowhere because I'm not that girly.
Yeah.
I'm not that masculine, and then I'm somewhere in the middle, and I only date femmes, and yada yada yada. So it's just like,
Yeah.
where do I go? But I never felt comfortable in the group, anyways, because
Mhm.
it's still a competition.
It
of
is a
who look better,
competition.
Yeah,
who got the
exactly.
best.
Who's the
something
most
else.
gay?
Right.
Me.
Especially
I got my
amongst
gold
us.
star. Me.
It's always the African American ones. Like,
Yeah.
trans and African American is so damn hard. It's
Yeah.
so hard because you see the Tokyo Styles and who else Madam Barbie
Oh, Malibu
Sydney
Barbie.
Yeah.
and it's just that gets on my damn nerves.
Yeah, it's a lot. I feel like the when it comes down to the black community, if we just do what we say, which is mind each other's business,
Yeah.
we would be a good community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
It
don't
does not
mind
matter.
helping out other trans other
Yeah, don't
queers,
gatekeep.
that's
Yeah.
becoming trans. I don't mind helping, but if I help you, I want to see what because I'm not. I'm still learning myself, but if I'm helping you, I'm putting wisdom in you. I'm telling you how to do this and that. I want to kind of see that
Yeah.
because by me already being a sheep or whatever, I'm expecting. Let's get this open. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's serious, and if you don't do it right, you're gonna get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's the only thing I want for, especially for my trans community and my gay men. Be safe. That's
Yeah.
it, and don't
Yeah.
put yourself in no type of danger. And that's
I
for
tell myself,
everybody.
Yeah.
what
And
danger.
that's for everybody, women too. Like,
For sure.
it's crazy. So
It is. It is. But I feel like we cover some really important topics. That's why I couldn't even say what we was gonna talk about, because I knew we was gonna talk about so many things, because there are so many things. Honestly, we still got more to talk
a
about.
lot
So
more.
it's gonna be a part 2. What y'all think?
Yeah.
We gonna do a
I'm
part
all
2?
for it. Well, what's coming up? I don't know.
It can be anytime. We don't got to do it like next week or nothing.
Mhm.
But we definitely should come together again. I like this. I like this.
I just
Um,
hope that a lot of the viewers from everyone here, a lot of our family members, son of mine's watching.
Mm.
There's a different understanding now
mhm.
that we can potentially have a part 2, and something can be different.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to get out of this, just not just be talking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Have a just like my girl was dropping questions in the comment section, like if people can just ask whatever questions they have, or you know what I'm saying, or try to see what our perspective is, that'd be cool too.
Yeah. And first and foremost, we're human. before we're anything, we're human beings. We have feelings. We work hard. We do what we have to do every single day. And this is only part of us. This is just a part of us. It doesn't, that's another thing is like, it doesn't have to just be like, oh, that's that. Or, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like, no, I have a name. I have a family I love. There's things I like to do.
Yeah.
And this is just a part of me. There's
Yeah.
other parts. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we got this. We got this. We'll educate y'all, and I'm glad y'all came through because again, it's a learning lesson for everybody so that they can understand it and ultimately teach too. Teach other people what really goes on and
Yeah.
how to move around people that are different than them.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, I think we did our thing. We did what we came to do
Indeed.
and
Yeah.
did. So this is Mind My Own Podcast. I'm your host, Kenda. And again, this is Ashley. This is Kaya. And this is Demi. And again, um, we appreciate y'all watching. And y'all have yourself a good night.
All right.
Bye.